Hey guys, this is Lonnie coming at you from the Justice Appalachian Homestead in East Kentucky. Been spending the better part of my past few mornings clearing out that brush in the back. I'm gonna put in some fruit trees. It's nothing but brush, man. Just wasted land. So I sit here for the past few days and I'm watching this story about that Maine shooter unfold. And right away I knew these news guys were gonna start jumping on the gun laws. They say that, Maine, they're very steeped in gun culture. One of those towns, one lady described as being a small community of about 3,000 people. They're allowed to carry at 21, okay? Which is fine. But my question is, why weren't they? Okay? This guy walked in with a long gun and just opened fire on people. And one guy says, I thought it was a balloon, so I took off down the bowling alley lane and climbed up into the machinery. Well, why weren't you carrying, man? You guys were able to stop this, but you didn't. That's something that I noticed about here in Kentucky. Everybody has guns, but they usually keep them in their vehicle. Well, what good does that do? I keep mine on my hip at all time. Damn that sticker on the door anywhere you go, which you really don't see a whole lot down here anyway. What's the point of telling me how, I can shoot empty shotgun shell casings off of a fence at 20 yards? Well, what good is that when I have mine on my hip? And if I wanted that Sig Sauer that you're bragging about, that you have in the pocket of your door, with your door unlocked, and I wanted it, I'd take it, but I won't because I'm not an idiot. They're blaming the guns, and you got that idiot Kamala Harris talking about Australia and how, if we just got rid of the guns, but, it doesn't matter because you take away all the guns today and somebody wants to misbehave, they're going to use their vehicle, they'll use a kitchen knife, they'll use a baseball bat, whatever. Evil people are going to do evil things no matter what you do. But they knew this guy had issues. He was institutionalized for 2 weeks. He said on record that he had plans on shooting up a military base. He was hearing voices, if I didn't say that already, and family members are saying that he started wearing hearing aids because he believed it helped him. He could hear people talking about him. Okay, but yeah, let's not say that's suspicious. Maybe he shouldn't be carrying AR-15s or whatever he had. I don't support any of these red flag, yellow flag laws because, even people that don't show any signs of mental health issues now can still end up picking up a gun and doing stupid things. There's nothing but bad news pouring through these little mind control devices like what I'm using here to record this video. But why aren't they carrying, people? You should arm yourself. You should carry. And the FBI should do their goddamn job instead of trying to hunt down something to put Trump in jail and pay attention to these assholes who are clearly armed, say they're going to act out, but yet they let it happen. I think this is what you call a false flag. Not saying that it didn't happen, but I'm saying it's something that was allowed to happen. So they could turn around and start blaming the guns. And, you got people out there that don't know anything about them that say, yeah, we should get rid of them. It's not safe. People shouldn't have guns. Why shouldn't they? Why shouldn't you have a gun? You realize that it took the police 10 minutes to respond to an active shooter situation? 10 minutes. So if you were carrying, people of Maine, as you can legally do, you're seconds away. They're minutes away. It's kind of your fault that this happened. I hate to say it, man, but shit. That will never happen anywhere I go. It will never happen anywhere I go. They come in handy. Here in the country, you know what I'm saying? I get wild dogs when I'm up here in the woods. Just run up and start circling me like wolves. All it takes is a warning shot straight up in the air to send them running. It's going to get worse. There's a lot of people out there who fit his description, I'm sure, who the FBI knows that are going to become a potential problem, but they don't care because it'll just happen unchecked. And they're going to start on the guns again because they don't want you armed. And it's not because they want you safe. It's because they fear you. And maybe they should. Going into this next election cycle, you're going to see stuff like this happen a lot more often. There's no excuse for a community that can carry, unchecked apparently, and then not be prepared when something like this happens. I see it a lot down here, man. Everybody has guns. They just, very few of them have them on them. You're not a gun owner if you're not carrying one. You have a gun, but where is it? You're telling me in a town with 3,000 people where everybody could have been carrying, they just weren't because they were playing cornhole or they were bowling or whatever. I mean, my hearts go out to these people, but man, lesson learned maybe? It's kind of curious to me, man, why this guy's so hard to catch. How was he able to just walk in and walk out and disappear like smoke? Regardless of his training, I mean, when I was in Breathitt County, I was the new guy. Everybody was aware that I was there. I couldn't go anywhere without these people knowing where I was at. Who was this guy? Was he a local? I'm not sure. It doesn't seem to be part of the conversation in any of the coverage that I see. It just seems to be more about the guns. The guns, you know. They don't care. Anyway, I got some work to do. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled on this. I'm just kind of waiting, all right, for one of these people to be a person of a certain community so they can somehow see if there's some investigation that needs to be made on whether or not it was racially motivated in certain instances. They're going to probably drag race into it at some point. You know, it's almost like I could see the script before it even happens. They don't care. Take care of yourself, man. It's going to come down to that sooner or later anyway. And if you go out to crowded places and you're able to carry and you don't, and God forbid something happens, well, then don't be crying on the news about how, well, what happened? Well, you had the means to protect yourself. You just didn't. Some of us just have a stronger sense of self-preservation. And that will never be me that gets put down in a bowling alley anywhere. For one, because I don't bowl, but because I pay attention. I'm always watching the crowd. I'm looking for because I come from the city. I see people like that up in Chicago. Well, everybody's staring at their cell phones and you got those guys just going, looking for a mark. Are you kidding me? I got mugged. We need to get rid of the guns. No, you need to put your damn cell phone down, pay attention to your surroundings, and carry. Period. So until the next video, we'll holler at you later.